minutes. Hey guys. How are we holding up, everybody? So we did two things with the clients. We're going to get back to you guys tomorrow. How many do we got on check-ins? You can mute and then tell me. And then we went over some FaceTimes with the other clients today. Got back on nutrition plans, and we'll finish up in the Titan crew. Everybody else. Hey guys, how's everybody doing? So take a couple minutes here for you guys to just answer any kind of questions. We are rocking and rolling. We're getting ready. How many weeks to New Year's? We're closing in, man. Oh, hello. Hey, and thank you. Very kind.
The man, the legend. Do you think Olympic weightlifting has any benefit for strength and size?
No, I don't. I think Olympic lifting is amazing. A great explosion. I think it teaches you some second level dedication and consistency, because there's just a few things that they really focus on, right? And so that's just a lot of repetition over and over again. And it's such a precise form, especially setting PRs and world records. That form is beautiful. The way the bar travels and how the body, the snap and everything. It's great. But yeah, for size, it'll get you some great traps. It'll get you some great quads, good mobility. But yeah, it's not going to get you on bodybuilding stage or get you a complete physique. You have to do a lot of secondary work. I think power cleans, which is different than just a clean. A power clean is more of a football move, where it's a much shorter range of motion and a hip explosion, but pushing the bar. It's just a snap. It's great. Again, athletics would benefit from the moves, but bodybuilder wouldn't.
And what is something new that you've learned that surprised you?
God. I'd love to say something positive, but it's just how dumb the science and humanity is when it comes to getting in shape. It gets worse and worse. The continuous tricks and all that kind of stuff, and you guys are just wasting so much time on the tricks. Let me try to think of something that's in the positive light that I really like. It's still, when it comes to my life or health, be in shape, be strong, and live as long as possible. It's still nutrition is the first and foremost. It is heavy weights with the least amount of mileage. So those still things kind of sit in there. I think it's lifting smarter and smarter. I always love and working out with certain people and seeing how the volume could be on one exercise, the squats, and then maybe one other exercise, compared to 12 different exercises. That's I think pretty interesting. Go for it. And I think this man served, so thank you, sir. Did I do that right?
Mike, do you hype yourself up before the sets? You seem relaxed, but I've always hyped myself up.
I'm hyped up inside, but it's a controlled rage. There's no Mike O'Hearn of 20 years old getting slapped. 20, geez, I started doing that when I was 14, 15. The ammonia, the getting the slapped, everybody yelling and screaming, get your ass going, let's go. All that's completely out. So it's just a complete focus and inside. I found a lot of that later. It took a little bit of energy, and it actually made me think, why are you getting so hyped? Are you scared? What is that? What is that? And so I think that's why, and I think I learned that through Gladiators, actually, because it was funny. The contestants would always talk so much smack, and I'm just sitting there kind of smiling going, I'm going to just smash you. And it was just a calm, relaxed state. Like, oh, you're talking because you're freaking scared. So that's the one thing. And I think, you see that in fighters and stuff too, is all that talk where the calm one is like, we're doing this. And so that's the approach to the weights. We're doing this. I don't need to be, there should never be scared. Go for it. Great question, my friend.
Best 3 tricep exercises.
Reverse bench, close grip, tricep extension.
Booyah. Thanks for the live Q&As. Is it better in an intermittent fasting to avoid breakfast or dinner?
Dinner. Yeah. See, here's the thing. It's a great question. Good for you. If you're going to do this, and again, my recommendation is you shouldn't be fasting. You're already fasting 8 to 10 hours a day already, while you sleep. So I wouldn't fast during the day. But if you're going to do it, then have the meals in the morning. At least feed the body and give it a little fuel to go through the day instead of breaking it down. So I like that approach, that morning or night. And that way you can get your benefit that you want to do and drop weight and stuff. So I like that. Again, just clarifying, I don't like fasting and don't think people should do it. You guys are always, man, you guys are on fire when it's solo.
Mm-hmm. I never felt the long head triceps in my left hand. In my curl for biceps, I feel in my front head of the shoulders. What's the cause? How to fix that?
Yeah, you're definitely not connected. So start posing. You should be able to feel everything on every exercise and move it through. You can do a tricep push down and focus on the outer head without changing the form. And then you can focus on the inner head without changing the form. That's the level I want you to get to. I want you to master mind to muscle connection for your body. And I think people think that tricep push downs works the same for every single person that does tricep push downs. Absolutely not. In no world does an exercise work the same for the next person. People would follow, and Arnold says this all the time, people would follow Arnold around the gym and do the same exercises for calves, for legs, for chest. They'd do the same workouts. They would train them, and they didn't get the same development. Now, that's just a simple metaphor that everybody here can relate to. Now, let me just take you over to the gyms. Go to the gym tomorrow. When you go there, look at everybody that's doing tricep push downs. And look at their arms. You're going to get people that have been doing it for years and there's nothing there. And the question here goes with the other question before this. It's your connection to it. And posing, as weird as that sounds, posing helps you connect. You learn to pose the arm, or just the left arm, or the right arm, or just the tricep. So to bounce the chest, make them back and forth, flex the traps. Which trap? The back, flare. Those are things that will benefit you tremendously in the gym and save so much time. Go for another.
Popped and locked on them.
Yeah. Ooh,
Yeah.
wow.
What's the best diet to grow in height as a teen? My dad's 6'3", hoping to get to his height.
Good job, kid. Great question, man. You knocked that out of the park. I love that because you're a youngster. You understand your genetics, right? You got your dad's genetics. And here's the twofold. I'll give you, first of all, the research says, no, you will not get to full potential. Everybody here, your height is not guaranteed. It comes off of your nutrition as a kid. You should be 6'3", like your dad. Wrong. If you're malnutrition during your younger years, you won't peak. You won't get to that height. So that's one thing for everybody here as a parent. You know, I know parents out there are like, no, I'm making my kids stop eating at night and stuff. Kiddo, old school, how we did it in my family, all my brothers, all 5 of my brothers did this. And a couple of my sisters, because they competed as well in bodybuilding, we'd wake up at night and even have that meal. We'd have something right next to the bed to eat. And I had a fridge, like college, right? But I was 13, 14. I had a fridge, a small fridge next to my bed. Had my Costco eggs in there. I had my green apples in there. And so, man, grab my food. Don't touch my fridge. And eat. My recommendation is whatever your body weight is, there's your protein intake for right now. And then add about 10% more. Then make sure the fats are around 100 at least because you're a youth. You could go up to 120, 125 right now. And then get those carbohydrates. And you're going to have to find out where those carbs are working for you. But as a youth, you should be able to eat a lot of carbohydrates right now and put that size on. So you get your height and also get some body weight, because by the time you graduate high school, your body regulates a weight and it will always come back to that weight. Do a little research on that. That's a nice little trivia, but it will always fight to hold you right around there. The only difference is as you get older, you lose some of that muscle and gain some of that fat, even though it's like, well, I'm still 185 and I was at high school. It's a different body at 185 when you're older. So that's what my body always fights to get back to 285.
What separates training for longevity from training just to look good?
What changed? Oh, geez, so much. You don't have to be as intense. You can just stimulate the muscle. Your nutrition will be on point. You don't have to calculate out the range of motions and go so deep. You're just trying to build muscle. You can just go in the gym, do half squats, some leg extension, leg curls, half blast it, push it, make sure the calories are in there. Yeah, you can half-ass it and build a decent body. It takes a chess master to make sure that you can build that body and then retain it through your teens, 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s. Because you got to remember, just like most guys that go in and bodybuild, they're just trying to stimulate the muscle. And Dorian Yates just talked about this the other day. It's your guys' word, hypertrophy, just stimulate the muscle. My focus is ligaments, joints, tendons, nervous system, range of motion. And life's going to get everybody at some point. You're going to get wear and tear on your shoulders and knees and back and ligaments, and life's going to throw curveballs at you that you don't have the nutrition. You can't do it for 45, 50 years consistent. So those are the biggest difference. You'll see the difference. The difference, like Tito Raymond, another Mr. Universe winner, Clark Bartram, Mr. California. You'll see these guys that just trained smart and understood it. Arthur Jones just had the greatest approach to lifting. Do the least amount of work, stimulate, get better, and then get out of the gym and recover. Where mostly today, everybody has got to get their plethora in. Great question, kiddo.
I have trouble training each body part twice a week. Is once One body part. Here it says, is bro split 4 or 5 days a week enough or a waste of time?
Well, you got to tell us.
Oh,
Yeah. So you've been doing it twice a week, somewhat. And so you're going to tell me how much better you've been getting, right? So you're going to tell me, hey, I'm getting great results off of twice a week, but I got to cut it back. That's how that question should come out. It shouldn't be, I'm not seeing any changes with twice a week, and I don't got time. Sorry, I can't really answer that. But once a week, like the team put together a video today. A guy trains only 3 days a week that comes to my gym, and I train him 3 days a week. And he just is amazing, freaking amazing. So it's the individual. Right now, we're doing twice a week. We're doing squats on Monday and Thursday, deads on Tuesday and Friday. So it's like we're getting it in there. And right now, it's for power. So let me know how you're changing right now, and then we can figure that out. And then also, you should have a picture there for you. Anybody here should have pictures.
YouTube.
Yeah. No?
No, I don't know. They should. No.
But they don't do that. Okay.
People don't do that on YouTube. That's why we got all the keyboard warriors.
All right, go for another one.
What do you think about this new trend of lifters trying to get jacked without getting strong on the basic compound lifts?
Well, that's not a new thing. That's been in forever. That's what bodybuilders do. That's 100% been around for the beginning of time. That's what they do. They go in there. Again, pros have talked about that. They don't squat. They just leg press, leg extension, hack squats. So that's not a thing. They're just trying to stimulate the muscle. And what do I think about it? Well, this is the thing I've been saying in the covers of the magazines. My cover stories have talked about this, that that approach never turned me on. It's so short term. You're setting yourself up to fail. We call it in the industry like that pump muscle. It's just watery muscle. That's what we call it. Usually like, dude, looks great. That muscle's going to be gone in 3 months. But yeah, it's not a new thing. You're hearing that a lot because there's more social media people. There's guys that are such bitches that they don't want to train heavy and do compound movements. They just want to look good. So they're all show zero go.
It's a little different take on a previous question. If you could give one rule for training for longevity, what would it be?
Do less.
Ooh.
That's it. Be more precise. It's one rule. Sorry, man. Nutrition, always on point for what you have to do. And then do less when it comes to the lifting.
What is failure? Is it compromising the form or being unable to complete the movement?
For those guys, it's they can't finish the rep. Form never changes. And if somebody ever says, well, I'm failing, so my form can change, that's just an idiot. Yeah. You don't play with weights. At the end of the day, let's be honest, it's a dangerous thing to, play with a 500-pound squat and trying to get 20 reps with it. Do I do it? Hell yeah. But the form shouldn't change. And as soon as that form starts going, I'm done. But again, anybody here that thinks that you need to train to failure, you don't. In no world.
Let me go back up top.
All right. One more, guys.
One more bang?
One more bang. Thanks for hanging out today, guys.
Chat, we need a banger.
A big banger.
This is a great question. We got this one. Run through the shorts on the page. Mike's got the tuna meal on there. That's one of the most popular videos too. People
Which one?
That one. The meals you ate as a kid.
Oh,
The tuna and the eggs.
the pasta?
Yeah. Pasta.
Yeah. Pasta, whole eggs, and tuna. In a margarine, back in the day, I don't know if they still have it, but it's a huge margarine yellow jug. They still have that?
I think they're like light brown, Crocker.
Yep.
Something.
That was my Tupperware, before Tupperware, believe it or not. So I'd have like about 8 of those bad boys, the Tupperwares. And no matter what I was doing, they were filled. There's no way I'm going to make that meal again and try it. Holy shit. Yeah.
Kidding? Like, you give out so much free information.
Well, thank you, man. I appreciate that, guys. This will be fun for my son to see in 30 years.
The monitor.
All right, go for it. One more.
That? During an off-season bulk, would it make sense to diet for a few weeks / a month if you get too fat?
Well, so it's a recalculation, right? So that's what you would do at that point. You're just recalculating. You're going, okay, this is not the right calories.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't want to go the other way, right? Don't break up with the girl just because you had an argument.
What?
You're in this. All right, I'm taking in too much. So let me just pull it back a bit. Find out where that sweet spot is. And then again, remember, you're getting too fat because your body is not utilizing the food. So that's the realization of this. And that's why you guys got to understand the calories have a reason there, right? There's a reason you're taking in 250 grams of carbs, 300 grams of protein. There's a reason for that. Now, you came up with that reason because you started your plan 6 months ago, right? But you started it with less. And then you let your body and go, okay, my body's good. It's using this food. I'm not gaining too fast, but I am getting stronger. I do feel good. I'm having good workouts. Okay, stay there a couple weeks. I can take it up a notch, test the waters again. It's just like lifting heavy weights on your squat. Hey, last week I did 600. Okay, that felt pretty good. And I got my 5 sets of 5. This week I'm going to go 510. All right. And then hit those numbers. Well, I only got 3 sets of 5 and then 2 sets of 2. I was fatigued. All right. Well, I'm not going to drop the weight. I'll just come back and do that again. Or if you have to, what you'll do is stay there for a couple weeks till your body gets used to it. And it goes back to the nutrition. Stay there for a couple weeks. Am I bloated? Am I retaining all this water because the calories are too high? Or is the body not used to the calories yet? Don't rush through it too quickly.
Why do so many people want this?
Which one?
Fucking semen retention. Any insights on semen retention to boost testosterone?
So what you're saying, from what I understand, does that mean that you're not coming? Mm-hmm. Is that what he's saying?
Yeah. Zero coming.
So you're not using the tool? And you're not using the tool and ejaculating, as they would say, because you think you're going to get more muscular and stronger? That's weird, dude. I would say that you do need to get out of the house, give your mom her phone back, and start dating. That one's always a weird one to me because it, like anything, you get rid of it and it comes back stronger. Then you get rid of it. And so I would say it's the complete opposite, guys. And the studies are showing you that already. The studies show you, man, nut before you go to the gym. Now everybody's going to be just jerking off before the gym.
We're getting rid of no nut November.
Yeah, no nut November. Also, you're men. So don't play with the prostate. Unload that gun, dogs.
That was the banger.
That's it. We out of here. Thanks, guys.